Sonnet 146 by William Shakespeare, 1564 to 1616. Poor soul, the centre of my sinful earth, these rebel powers that thee array, why dost thou pine within and suffer dearth, painting thy outward walls so costly gay? Why so large cost, having so short a lease, dost thou upon thy fading mansion spend? Shall worms, inheritors of this excess, eat up thy charge? Is this thy body's end? Then, soul, live thou upon thy servant's loss, and let that pine to aggravate thy store. By terms divine in selling hours of dross, within be fed, without be rich no more. So shall thou feed on death that feeds on men, and death once dead, there's no more dying then. Okay, so this is a poem by William Shakespeare of Stratford-upon-Avon. This poem is part of the Dark Lady series, and this poem is actually a conversation between Shakespeare and his soul. And it's talking about somebody who's too worried about physical pleasure, about spending their life satiating their body, satiating their desires, and somebody who's not thinking about their inner spirit, their spiritual health. And this is somebody who is spending too much time sinning. Yeah, and I think clearly he's worried about his relationship with the Dark Lady, and he understands that at some level his lust for the Dark Lady is a sinful thing. And he's telling his soul to take control of his body. So he's almost trying to blame his soul for not intervening. But effectively he's saying that what he would like to be doing is to improve the condition of his soul, so that when he dies he will go to heaven and live forever. But in fact he's living a sinful, lustful life with his affair with the Dark Lady. So, poor soul, the centre of my sinful earth, these rebel powers that thee array. Now there's a problem here, because this little bit here is actually missing. Yeah, it's not there. And very often this is they guess that perhaps it's something like thrall to, servant of. So, poor soul. So he's talking to his soul, and this talking to his soul, this is apostrophe, is addressing something that can't speak, or something that can't respond, and he's talking to his poor soul, which is the center of his earth. It's the center of his world. And there are all these rebel powers that are around his soul. Now the rebel powers are his body, his earthly life. So my soul is the center of the earth, it's the center of my earth, but it's surrounded by the body. The soul lives in the body, and the body is doing what it wants, and what the body is doing is not good for the soul. So these are his body is rebelling against his soul. His body is doing things that his soul says you shouldn't be doing. Why dost thou pine within and suffer dearth, painting thy outward walls so costly gay? So why is your soul pining? Why is your soul sad inside you? Why does it wish that your body acted in a different way? Why does your body suffer dearth? Dearth is a lack of. So why is your soul not well fed? Why is it poor? Why is it untended, is unlooked after? While thy outward walls, your physical body, is painted so costly gay. So you're painting the outside of your soul, your body, beautifully. You're treating your body to all of the things that it wants, you're letting it give in to all temptation, and this is at the cost of your soul. Your soul is not being fed, it's not receiving what it should, and you're allowing worldly things, your lust for the dark lady, to direct your life. Why so large a cost, having so short a lease? So why are you spending all of this money on your body, which lives for such a short time? It has a rental for such a short time. Dost thou upon thy fading mansion spend? So here this metaphor continues, that his body is the fading mansion. And why are you spending so much money, or so much of your soul, on your body? Because your body only lives for a very short time. So why are you doing all these things? Why are you living this life of sin, which will last such a short time, while you are destroying your soul, and that is a much larger cost? So why are you destroying your soul but letting your body enjoy itself? Shall worms, inheritors of this excess, eat up thy charge? Is this thy body's end? So worms are going to eat you up. Your body is going to disappear. You should be. The worms are going to inherit this excess, to inherit all of these sins, because they're going to eat up your body. The worms will be the end of your body, and that is only a short life. And he's thinking about the soul, and the soul is something that should live forever. So worms are going to inherit all of these pleasures, all of this lust and excess that your body is engaged in. Then soul, live upon thy servant's loss, and let that pine to aggravate thy store. So he's saying, soul, change this situation around. Stop the body from these excesses. Stop the body from its sin. Live thou upon thy servant's loss. So don't let the body continue with these excesses. Stop the body from these excesses, and the body will the loss of the body is not enjoying itself in these sins. And let that pine, let the body pine, let the body be sad, to increase the store of the soul, to increase the value of the soul, to increase the things that really matter, the internal you. So stop doing these things and let your body desire to do these things, but don't let it do them. And like that, your soul will increase. By terms divine in selling hours of dross. So by divine terms, by time with God, by eternity, by eternal life, and sell hours of dross, sell hours of physical mortal life, which are dross, which are rubbish, which are nothing. So don't don't use your physical life to commit sin. And like that, you could just sell those hours of dross and buy eternal life. Within be fed, without be rich no more. So feed your internal soul, feed your soul, and don't give in to the excesses of sin and lust. So shall thou feed on death that feeds on men. And if you do it like that, then life is short. And like that, you can eat death, you destroy death, you beat death, which eats men, which kills men. And death once dead, there's no dying then. And after you die, you will live forever, and death will be unable to touch you, and you will live eternally because you have fed your soul, because you have not sinned, because you've led a good life. And clearly he's here very worried about what's going to happen to him in the afterlife. He's very worried, and he's wondering how his soul could permit him to act like this. Okay, so enough. This is about Shakespeare's obsession with his mistress, and he's thinking it's going to take him to hell. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Sonnet 146 by William Shakespeare.